to the Facebook person's account.
Okay, so that would tell us that that particular Facebook account was accessed, and then that conducted the search you just testified to? That's the next thing.
This does not have, this here does not have.
All right, how about this next one? Does that have the Facebook visit?
This one does, yes, correct.
Okay.
Well, both must.
Yeah, both of us. Go ahead.
Yes, that'd be right.
All right, thank you. Now, just before I leave, above that, does that also indicate like these two top lines?
That would be that was a CNBC web visit, which was typed in, and then there's access to a Google Gmail account.
And whose
inbox.
Google Gmail account was that?
That I don't know.
Because those two lines and references to the Google account were not in your report, right? You started off with the Facebook search, if you will.
Yes.
So you started off with Lindsay Facebook that was signed into the homepage on Patrick Clancy's Surface Pro computer, right?
So my tool report has all of the artifacts tagged as evidence.
Okay. So when you tag the actual data from the Surface Pro and the HP laptop as well, right?
Yes, correct.
And your October report back in was it 25 or was it 22?
25.
So, but nothing changes on the computers. I mean, whatever your searches are and your records don't change over the years, right?
No, as long as it's preserved in that state, and the images of that computer will remain the same.
Okay. So, and it's fair to say that with this investigation, obviously happening back in 2022, that the computers were hermetically sealed and stuck somewhere with an evidence locker to make sure that they're preserved, right?
Yes, that would be best practice.
Okay.
That would be correct.
So then in October of 25, the district attorney's office asked you to conduct a search of the computer, apparently. Is that right?
A trooper in the Plymouth State Police Detective Unit reached out.
And that would be McElligan, right?
No, it was not.
Okay. Do you know who it was?
Trooper Justin Paul.
Justin Paul.
Correct.
Okay. And as a result of that, you then prepared your report. And one of the things that you did is you noted that on August 23rd of 2022, at 9:40 and 08 seconds, that there was an access to the Lindsay Facebook account, right?
Oh, there was a visit to that page, correct.
Right. And then that page continued on to look for Tom Hall and Walking to Memphis or whatever in the songs, right?
Yes.
On Spotify?
Yeah, the song, yes, after that was a Spotify.
And then the time frame of that would be that you went to a hyperlink that took them to methods of suicide. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Now, were there any searches on that computer for example, ways to kill?
No, there was not.
To your knowledge, and I understand that you might be stuck with what you investigated, but are you aware that there were any searches from Lindsay Clancy or Patrick Clancy on ways to kill? You ever heard that?
In my initial report back in October, that contains all of the evidence artifacts that I had tagged as evidence and provided, I did not come across that, no.
Right. So basically what you are leaving with the jury would be that on that date of August 23rd, at approximately 9:40 in the morning, and then carrying forward with jumping from Tom Hall to the Wikipedia account to the underlined name, suicide, jumping to that page, that all occurred between 9:40 and, say, 10 o'clock in the morning, right?
Correct.
Did you know, sir, that on August 23rd, prior to your report indicating the Facebook account, that Mr. Clancy signed in, and it was Mr. Clancy's email that accessed the Facebook account for Lindsay Clancy?
I did not.
And that was not included in your report, was it?
No, it was not.
And you know that the Clancys had 3 children, right?
I did not.
Well, you know that you were working on a case where Lindsay Clancy was the mother, and she was married to Patrick Clancy, right?
Correct.
And did you know, sir, that on August 23rd of 2022, that 2-year-old child was brought by Lindsay to South Shore Health for Dawson's ear recheck, that he had problems with congestion, but no complaints of ear pain, no fever? And that was on August 23rd, 2022, that he was examined at 10:15 in the morning.
I'm not privy to those facts.
So you don't know that Patrick Clancy's email signed into Lindsay Clancy's Facebook account. You're not aware of that, right?
It's whatever the default profile was signed into the Chrome browser.
And then that accessed the Facebook account, which looked up Tom Hall, the singer, right?
Yes, correct.
That then led to the Wikipedia talking about suicide.
That is
right?
correct.
Led to the Spotify talking about somewhere in Memphis, whatever the song was, right?
Yes.
And this was all occurring from 9:40 in the morning until, like I said, 10 o'clock thereabouts, right?
Correct.
You tagged actual data from the Surface Pro as well as the HP laptop, right?
I did.
And your October report contained searches from the Surface Pro, right?
Yes.
And you recall, for example, just a representative sample that, and this would be on the Surface Pro computer. Now we're jumping ahead to December 5, not August of 22, December of 22. One of the inquiries of the Google searches was what to do when a psychiatrist overprescribed, right?
Yes.
Searches for medications, right?
Yes.
Including Lamictal, right?
Correct.
Can bipolar disorder be temporary, right?
Yes.
Can benzos reveal bipolar disorder, right?
Yes.
How long are detox programs, right?
Yes.
What is DBT? I'm just saying that's a search. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I had to look that one up, too.
Okay. Lamictal versus it says Zoloft, but I would suggest it would be Zoloft. That was a search, right?
Yes, correct.
What is mania? Was a search, right?
Yes.
Ketamine for benzo withdrawal. January 18th of 2023 was a search, right?
Yes.
Ketamine therapy on January 18th of 2023, correct?
Yes.
Now, you know someone who does what you do with computers and laptops and stuff, right?
Yes.
Now, you've worked on cases, and you know Steve, you recognize him right here, right?
Yes.
You know that Steve was working with me and Lindsay on accessing information from cell phones and computers, and he actually, through me, reached out about a month ago to the DA's office and raised some questions, correct?
I'm not privy to that.
Oh. Well, the DA reached out to you about a month ago and asked you to revisit your investigation, and as a result of that, you created another report, didn't you?
I did.
And that would just be on July 26th of 26, right?
Yes.
And that was after the DA reached out to you, but didn't tell you it was because we had questions that Mr. Verino asked me to find out about, right?
Yes, I was not privy to that.
So as a result of dealing with the DA in July 26th of 26, you then prepared your report, and the purpose of that report was to find out more details, if you could, pertaining to the, quote, methods of suicide page, right?
Correct.
And in your July 26th report, you then went into detail about your findings, correct?
Yes.
And we would agree that that particular webpage was not a search for methods of suicide. It was actually the Tom Hall and the music, right?
That is correct.
And then the URL shows access to Lindsay's Facebook profile, correct? You accessed and found out that Lindsay's Facebook profile
was a web visit.
Right.
Yes, correct.
But you don't know that it was Lindsay that was actually using that computer to search for Tom Hall, right?
I don't know who was sitting behind that.
You don't know that Patrick Clancy plays the guitar, do you?
I do not.
You don't know that Patrick Clancy is a music aficionado, right?
I do not.
You don't know that Patrick Clancy enjoyed Tom Hall music, do you?
I do not know that.
And you certainly don't want to leave it with this jury that Lindsay was looking up ways to commit suicide in August of 22, do you?
All I'm presenting is the facts that were presented in front of me.
And it was a couple more questions, sir. When a user logs into their Facebook, their own Facebook account, it doesn't populate or bring you directly to the actual profile page. It brings you to the home page, right? That shows your followers and things like that.
I think so. I don't have Facebook or social media, so maybe. I don't.
That's all I have for this gentleman, Your Honor.
All right. Come up.
I would ask if I could, Judge, could I, the two documents that I was questioning him from, could I introduce those into evidence? I think he agreed that that was part of the search.
Can we just approach?
Sure, yeah.
They're already in evidence.
Well, I'd like to have it focused on that. You don't mind if we put that
What
particular...
we mark that for identification, we can address whether or not, I want to double check, I haven't gone through all the records either. Oh, I understand. We'll mark that for identification.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
This is 235 exhibit for identification. Sir, just for clarification, before when I was doing direct, if at any point I said August 23rd, 2023, what you did when you did the Wayback Machine was searches for around the time period of August 22nd, 2022, correct?
Correct.
And anything that you looked at that day regarding the search for suicide methods or any other places that were visited were August 23rd, 2022, correct?
Correct, 2022.
And the visit to the Grafton Bridge Wikipedia page was at 9:48 a.m., correct? Not 10 a.m.?
That visit was at 9:48, correct?
Okay. And defense counsel asked you about the defendant being at the doctor's at 10:15 a.m. Are you aware that it only takes 4 minutes to drive from her home at 47 Summer Street in Duxbury to the Kingston location of the pediatrics?
I was not, and I also wasn't aware that they went to the doctor's.
And you can't tell us who was behind the computer at different times, correct?
No.
You can't tell us whether people used the computer, then got up and let someone else use it, and then went back to using it, correct?
No, you cannot.
You can only show us the data that you observed that day, correct?
That is it. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So, what has been marked for P for identification, which would constitute the health information records from the South Shore Health pertinent to the child. You're aware, sir, that the records, or you're aware, sir, you're not aware that the child was brought to the doctors not at 10:15, but was brought to the doctors around 10 o'clock in the morning. You aware
I'm
of
not
that?
aware of any of that.
And did you know how old the child was?
Sir, my testimony is related to the...
So you don't? The answer is no?
I do not.
Okay. So is it fair to say, sir, that, I mean, from your life experience, that when someone has to bring a child, a young baby, to a doctor, you got to get him dressed, you got to feed him, you got to get in the car, you got to drive? And that's the 4-minute ride as well, right?
I'm not privy to any of that information.
Thank you.
All right. Anything further?
No.
All right, thank you, sir. You sit down. Thank you.
Commonwealth calls Timothy Chiappini.